Alright, what's going on, guys? It's your boy, Big Boy Chungus, out here in the motherfucking flesh. And today, we got another story time for you guys. And this is the one where me and my cousin snuck out in the middle of the night with our friend just to do dumb shit. And it's those stories of the teenager's life where, like, you know, you definitely did them, but there's some parents like that were goody two shoes when they were teenagers and never like disobeyed their families, like parents' rules. Like, I don't disobey my parents either, right? I always listen to them and what they say and all that. But this particular night I didn't. So about 1:46 a.m. at night, my cousin decides to call his friend, and he was like, hey, is it okay if Nick comes over? And I knew Nick pretty well, to invite him to my house. I was like, yeah, you know, we were bored as fuck, so we didn't really have anything to do. But he proceeds to call him and invite him over and shit. Yes, he had to drive 20 minutes away from his house to my house. He had to drive 20 minutes, so it took a while for him. But when he showed up, we went out the front door. So we went out the front door and got into his car. His car was pretty nice. He said it was his. And I forgot what it was, like a Buick or some shit, but a really nice Buick. Like, it was like a nicer model Buick. It was like maybe 2019. It was really nice. So when we got in, I was like, "Is this your car?" and shit. And he said yeah, like it was his car, but found out later that he didn't actually have a car. That was his grandma's, which he could drive his grandma's car around as many times as he wants. So when we got in the car, we drove to this gas station, which there was a McDonald's next to it. We were like, "Oh, fire, bro. We can go get drinks and, you know, maybe some fries," because we had a little bit of money on us. Forgot how much it was though. But once we go to the McDonald's, we order a bunch of shit, and we got like waters, and Dr. Peppers, and fries and shit for everybody. So after we were done maxing, he got gas, and we were thinking where we want to go for the night. We were thinking about going over my cousin's girlfriend's house, which they broke up. But the next day, not the next day, but the next point in time, we decided to just go back because I couldn't stay over Nick's house. You know, I barely even knew her. Knew him. So we head back to my house, and my parents catch us sneaking back in. And then he was like, "What are you guys doing now?" and stuff. I was like, "Oh, we went to go get McDonald's." You know, it wasn't really like, you know, we obviously snuck out. But I told him we were getting McDonald's and shit. And he was like, "Alright, just go. You guys go to bed. We'll talk about this in the morning, Nico." I was like, "Okay." So we chill in my room. You know, we weren't gonna go to bed. You know, we're teenagers. We're probably just gonna chill in my room, and then maybe later in the night go to bed. We weren't gonna make any noise. But as we were chilling, listening to music and shit, we decided to go outside of the trampoline and just chill out and have fun. But after that, they wanted to go back in the car and hang out. So I was like, I don't know, I might stay back and shit. And then my cousin brought up a point and was like, "Man, you never disobey. Like, you always follow your parents' rules," and that's how I still think of the way it is to go. But he tells me, "You know what, man? You listen to your parents way too much. Sometimes you just need to disobey the rules." I was like, you know, man, you're fucking right. So we decided to, I decided to disobey the rule and sneak out again. And once we did that, got back in the car, and then we were driving around. He was speeding, like he went 100 miles per hour on the highway and shit. So he proceeds to go 100 miles per hour on the highway, and he was going super fucking fast. And I told him to slow down. I'm like the responsible one in the group, you know, the friend that always tells you to do no when like you're doing some illegal shit. But no teabagging. But anyways, I'm always the person that, like, I'm like the mediator that always tells people no, not to do it. But um but but they were thinking, let's vandalize someone's house. And I'm like, fuck no, we're not doing that shit. Because there are you can't get away with that, doing that shit anymore, because you know there are Ring doorbells, they can catch your face and then they can report you to the police. I was like, fuck no, we have to wear masks or some shit. So I told them no, like that's so fucking stupid. You know, I don't want like my face going through the entire like next door app. You know, our family's reputation would be ruined. So they were like, true, true, true. So we decided to ding dong ditch at 3:30 in the morning. At 3:30 in the fucking morning. So we just we decided to ding dong ditch people from my school and other random houses. But once we got back, my dad was like, alright, you guys definitely have to go to bed now. Go to bed. And I'm pretty sure, like, I had a feeling in my gut to where, like, man, I'm in trouble. You know, but we had fun the rest of the night. We were just chilling downstairs, talking, making each other laugh. But, what is it? The next morning came, and then my dad woke me and my cousin up saying, you know what you guys did? He was like, you're gonna do chores. He told me I was gonna do chores for the rest of the day, and I felt so bad. I was kind of mad too, but you know, that's teenager years. You kind of regret the things that you do. But my parents were really disappointed in me, and they wanted me to do chores for the whole day. And I was like, fuck, man. So I proceeded to clean the whole entire house, and then those niggas had to do the shit scot-free. Scot-free. They got away scot-free. And yeah. So, but after, when I thought it was over, after I thought they caught me and all this stuff, they check next door, and then they see my cousin's face all over it on the app. And people were talking about it in the neighborhood, saying, you know, we were ding dong ditching at like 2:30 to 3:30 in the morning, and then we got my cousin's fucking face all over next door. And my parents were so embarrassed. One was like, somebody get their kids, why aren't their parents watching them, and all of that. And my mom, I felt so bad for my parents, because like, man, like, I don't think anybody knew what my cousin looked like and like what house did it, but they were so embarrassed when they found out. And I got into deep shit. I had to do chores for a whole week, like all day for a whole week. You know, because my parents are strict, but that's what I like about them. You know, they actually care about me and what I do. But that's it for today's story time. And it's been Big Boy Chungus, and I'm out. Peace, bitch.